The voice Kelsea Ballerini gets blasted for not being loyal. The voice coach Kelsea Ballerini has been blasted for not being loyal. Yet, who is coming for her, and why do they feel this way? Furthermore, has Kelsea clapped back, or is she choosing to stay silent? Keep reading for further details. Kelsea Ballerini gets blasted for not being loyal. The current season of The Voice saw the return of OG coach Adam Levine, which was a huge thrill. He has been gone for several years, and after losing Blake Shelton, it was refreshing to have him back. The hit reality singing competition also welcomed new coach, country superstar and model, Kelsea Ballerini. She has been received very well by viewers of the show, and appears to be having a great time in her first season. Yet some viewers do not believe that Kelsea has been loyal, which is a problem. So why do they feel this way, and is it valid? A fan stated that Kelsea seriously dropped the ball when she let Jalen Johnston go home. Moreover, they felt he was the whole package and there was not a thing wrong with him to warrant his exit. Kelsea not picking Jalen is a major miss. One of the only country artists on the whole show, the talent, the range, the storytelling, last I checked the show was called The Voice, not The Potential. The fact that Kelsea is the only country performer on the panel and that she betrayed her own genre was striking. However, it is never an easy decision to eliminate or say goodbye to someone with insane talent. So many of the performers could win, but in the end, it is a competition. Finally, Kelsea sent Jalen home, but kept Iris Herrera and Alana Linais. A fan stated that Kelsea seriously dropped the ball when she let Jalen Johnston go home. Moreover, they felt he was the whole package, and there was not a thing wrong with him to warrant his exit. Kelsea not picking Jalen is a major miss. One of the only country artists on the whole show, the talent, the range, the storytelling, last I checked the show was called The Voice, not The Potential. The fact that Kelsea is the only country performer on the panel and that she betrayed her own genre was striking. However, it is never an easy decision to eliminate or say goodbye to someone with insane talent. So many of the performers could win, but in the end, it is a competition. Finally, Kelsea sent Jalen home, but kept Iris Herrera and Alana Linais. From the beginning, The Voice viewers loved Jalen and believed he would win the whole thing. Jalen Johnston has a rich and smooth voice that the deepness is mesmerizing. Oh, easily the best. Hands down amazing. Jalen is going all the way. How could she? Fans of The Voice could not understand how Kelsea Ballerini could send Jalen Johnston home. Granted, his talent has been seen, and now he won't be beholden to a show contract. Regardless, he was so beloved, not just having an incredible voice, but being handsome to boot. Therefore, this felt very disloyal that Kelsea would abandon one of her own. I'm not a fan of country music, but was rooting for the talented small-town derby boy. Jalen had me bawling in the playoffs. This was a total shock. He's a winner in my eyes. Hopefully someone will appreciate his talent and promote him. I know I sure want to hear more. Jalen, you're amazing and you should have been picked. We will continue to follow you. Please keep singing. You are amazing. Kelsea broke our hearts, cannot believe she didn't take him to the lives. Of course, some viewers felt that Kelsea was very smart and did choose the better of the three. However, there was still so much disappointment in this elimination. Were you bummed that Kelsea did not pick Jalen, or did you ultimately understand why she chose who she did? Let us know and watch The Voice on NBC. Kelsea Ballerini is no stranger to the spotlight. The country pop sensation turned The Voice coach has made waves with her powerhouse vocals, down-to-earth charm, and a clear knack for mentoring rising talent. But this week, it wasn't her coaching strategies or signature rhinestone boots that had fans talking, it was her loyalty. Or rather, what some fans are calling a lack thereof. His shocking steal sparks drama. The drama kicked off during the battle rounds of The Voice, where two contestants from Ballerini's team faced off in a powerhouse duet. It was an emotional performance that left the coaches stunned and the audience teary-eyed. Ballerini had the unenviable task of choosing between the two, a decision she's called the worst part of this job more than once. Ultimately, she picked the artist with a more polished vocal control, citing their readiness for the next stage. But the controversy came moments later when one of her fellow coaches, let's just say a certain red chair regular, swooped in and hit the steel button on the losing contestant. Cheers erupted. The contestant was staying. Cue the heartfelt hugs. Then, Kelsea did something unexpected. She clapped. She smiled. She cheered. And to some viewers, that was the ultimate betrayal. Where's the loyalty? It didn't take long for social media to explode. The hashtag #disloyalKelsea began trending within the hour. Fans posted screenshots of her reaction, criticizing her for appearing too happy that her former contestant was saved by a rival coach. One tweet read, "If you really believed in them, why didn't you keep them? And now you're happy they're with someone else?" Fake vibes. Another added, "Coaching is about loyalty, not convenience." This just showed her true colors. The backlash intensified when a behind-the-scenes clip surfaced showing Ballerini telling another coach, "I'm glad they're still in the competition. They deserve it." That remark, intended as a compliment, was interpreted by some fans as throwing her own decision under the bus. But is the outrage warranted? Or is the internet once again oversimplifying something far more nuanced? Loyalty versus strategy. It's easy to forget that The Voice is, first and foremost, a competition. Coaches are tasked with making difficult decisions under the pressure of live television, producers, and a fiercely passionate fan base. And unlike scripted television, there's no perfect outcome, only strategy. Sources close to the show have stated that Ballerini was torn over the choice and deliberated for hours before filming. She wasn't just picking a favorite, one insider said. She was picking based on who she felt could go the distance in the competition. In a candid interview following the episode, Ballerini responded to the criticism with trademark grace. "I know people want to see loyalty, and I want that too. But sometimes the best thing you can do for an artist is let them go where they're going to thrive. I genuinely believe that other coach could give them what they needed at this point in their journey. That's not disloyal, that's love in a way." The double standard dilemma. It's also worth noting that Ballerini may be facing a double standard. Male coaches have made similar decisions and celebrated steals with as much enthusiasm without drawing the same heat. When Blake Shelton famously let go of a contestant only for Kelly Clarkson to snatch them up, fans praised his sportsmanship. But when Ballerini does it, suddenly she's fake. It's a pattern that speaks to a broader issue in entertainment. The expectations placed on women, especially those in authority. Be tough and you're cold. Be kind and you're soft. Be strategic and you're disloyal. It's a lose-lose that Ballerini seems well aware of and determined to rise above. The bigger picture. In truth, Ballerini's behavior might be the most loyal thing a coach can do. She stood by her belief that her contestant deserved a spot on the show, even if it wasn't with her. She celebrated their second chance instead of sulking in defeat. That's not betrayal. That's growth. That's respect. And perhaps that's why, despite the hashtags and headlines, many fans have come to her defense. Kelsea just wants what's best for the artist. That's real loyalty, one comment read. Another, it takes guts to put ego aside and clap when someone else wins. In an era where outrage often overshadows understanding, maybe we need to redefine what loyalty looks like. Maybe it's not about always holding on, but knowing when to let go. Final notes.